video an experiential based learning tutorial of Saraswati Vidya Mandir Senior Secondary School Nangal Chaudhary. As the experiential learning is based on engaging the students in hands-on experiences and reflections. Today we are going to present a discussion on Bharat versus India controversy. The panelists in today's discussion are Aisha, Khushbu, Sunidhi, Ridhima, Preeti and Nanika of our school. Please watch, like and share the video.
Recently in the invitation card for a G20 dinner, our President Srimati Draupadi Murmu has described herself as a President of Bharat, instead President of India. This sparked off a major controversy in our country. In our today's discussion, we will represent a searching analysis on this issue. Now let us start with Khushbu. Sis, what's your stand on it?
Sis, as in all the matter of governance, in this matter too, I think our constitution should be supreme. Our constitution clearly states that India, that is Bharat, will be union of the state. In fact, it's not that the matter was not discussed then. The matter was passed in the Constitution Assembly with a very good deal of discussion. It was passed by 51 against the 38 votes.
Sunidhi, you were raising your hand. I give you 30 seconds. Please speak your point in as much time.
Sis, my point is that what Khushbu has said is not absolutely correct. In fact, India, that is Bharat, is only in English. In Hindi, it is Bharat. अर्थात इंडिया एक रायों का संघ होगा. I think the same is the case in the matter of other Indian languages too. Therefore, my point is that when out of 22 Indian languages, 21 languages has given the primary position to Bharat, then what is the problem if President Murmu has described herself as the President of Bharat in the said of invitation card?
My dear sis, I tell you what the problem is. The problem is that the invitation card was not given in any of the 21 Indian official languages. The invitation card was given in English language, and when the invitation card was given in English language, it ought to have been as it is mentioned in the constitution, that is in English.
Aisha, you were willing to say something? Yes, please.
Sis, I think we should not discuss the issue in the context of letter alone. This issue should be seen in large further perspective. The name India is misnomer for our country. The name of the country should represent by its complete geographical, historical and cultural identity. This country cannot continue to be, say, India simply because the people of the country, namely Greece, have been calling it India in the ancient period of time. I want to know that why should this country be known to the world as Greece have been calling it? Why should it be not known as the India have been calling it? Why do you authenticate the language of the one country or languages? There are many languages or country in this world. Will be there as many names. And for example, I know French. In French, India is known as land, and which justifies the India. It will also be justified in French.
I have a point to speak here. Please allow me to speak.
Yes, you can proceed.
Sis, Aisha is saying she knows French, and in French it is land, not Bharat. Naturally, when she speaks French, she uses land and not Bharat. Now, what is the problem if I or anybody else speaks in English and uses India? Because in English it is India as it is land in French. My point is, where English is, land won't be, Bharat won't be, Aryavrata won't be, it will be India and only India. I do agree that Indian people have been calling this country as Bharat, India, Aryavrata and Bharatvarsh because they did not know English, French, Spanish, Greece, and one refers to a thing as it is referred to in one's language. Need not say that India is referred to as Bharat in Sanskrit, Prakrit, Pali and Tamil languages, the languages of ancient India.
Ridhima sis, now it's your turn.
Thank you, sis. Aisha sis, you tell me one thing. Why did we start calling this country as India? Because of Sindhu River now. The whole English-speaking world calls it Indus and not as Sindhu. Then how will you force them to call it Sindhu and not as Indus? Will you change the name of Indian Ocean also? Leave the foolishness of leaving the name India. You don't know, living the name India means living the claim over Indian Ocean, living the claim over part of world which used to be part of Akhand Bharat. And do you know, by living this name, we will only realize the dreams of Jinnah, the greatest villain in eyes of Indian people. He objected the name Bharat in the place of India because it implied that Bharat was a successor state to the British Raj and Pakistan was only a ceding one.
Nanika, since Ridhima sis has asked me this question, please allow me to answer it.
No problem, you can proceed.
Ridhima sis, tell me, where is Indus River? In Pakistan now. Then tell me, why should this country be identified by a thing that is in Pakistan? This country can be identified by many rivers. There are many great rivers in this country. The Satluj, the Ganga, the Yamuna, the Kaveri, the Satluj. This can be identified by any of these or all. As for leaving the claim over the part of the Akhand Bharat, Bharatvarsh implies the far greater part of this world. Not just Pakistan, whole South Asia used to be part of it. And let me tell you, Bharatvarsh is the truth of our past and dreams of our future. We can neither give up our dreams and nor our future.
Excuse me, sirs, what about ISRO, AIMS, IITs and the mission Make in India? Are these not our past? Are these not our dreams?
Yes, they are and they will be, because we are going to change their name, not their characters.
Sirs, do you know how much this renaming will cost to country? According to an estimate, it will cost around rupees 14,034 crores, which is almost 2.5 times more than that of the money spent in the mission of Chandrayaan 3.
No problem. Nothing is more important than the moral of our country. Like the moon mission, the renaming mission is also for the sake of glory. Over the many years, Modi government is removing the lingering symbols of the slavery. It will help our country to move past a mentality of slavery and embrace its glorious past. So I think we need to support Prime Minister Modi in this mission as well.
And with this, our today's discussion comes to an end. To keep watching SVM The Thirsty Crows for such experimental videos. Thank you for watching.